Hey everybody, Brendan the Realtor here. So a lot of my clients have been asking the same questions over the last month. That's, hey, has the market changed? Do I still have to provide multiple offers on every single listing? Can I get a new construction home without having to overbid or be in a multiple offer situation? So I'm going to go over those answers along with our September monthly report. So let's just jump right into it. As normal, I always go over all this data. I put it together, put it in the summary. But before I go into just the buyer and seller information, I want to go over and answer those questions. So to put simply, hey, the market has changed, yes, but not in the way that you think. Number two, you don't have multiple offers on every single home like it was in the summertime, but we will go into understanding which homes will have multiple offers. And number three, you can get a new construction property and not have to have multiple offers or compete on every single one as well. So let's go then into the buyer data, and then we'll go into seller and then the overall summary. So first of all, for buyers, the inventory has slightly increased compared to March of this year. Interest rates are still low, which is great. That means low monthly payments. The forecast does reflect continued market competition. And the outlook for Texas economy shows that the inflation pressures are thought to be temporary. And that data just came out a few days ago. The inventory interest rates have also gone back to normal. So prior banks have made it very difficult for investors to try to own a property because they inflated the interest rates. Now they've come back down to normal. So look into that if you have any questions as an investor. New construction homes are also available again, but with limited supply and more on the outskirts of the Austin metro area. Not every home has multiple offers, like we mentioned before, but perfect properties will absolutely have multiple offers, and imperfect properties will likely sit longer in the market, or if they have a price that is listed way beyond the actual value of the property. So, important tips: competition is, of course, different throughout all of the Austin market in different neighborhoods, and as well. And of course, this does change week to week. So the information that you're hearing now will likely change next week because it's just evolving so quickly. Your experienced agent or realtor is absolutely key to winning a contract still as the buyer and as the seller. And you must have the right lender when your appraisal time comes around. So let's go into sellers. Sellers, there's going to be more competition at this point. You do have a lot more delusional sellers out there. They think, hey, summertime is this time. No, absolutely not the case. The buyer's mindset has changed. We'll go into what that means in a moment. And still, it's still a good time to sell, and you're still going to have the absolute best price that you can at this moment in our history of real estate. But you must list at or below the market value in order to receive multiple offers with perfect properties and imperfect properties. Competition value also must be factored in by your realtor. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Just ask us. And we do have historically low inventory. It's still just a very strong seller's market. And you're either going to be under contract within 1 to 4 days or within 15 to 30 days. It really depends on the property condition and the property price. So let's go into more of the data summary. This is what you're used to me going over just to go at the very beginning of these videos, but I'm pushing it towards the end for a reason. Instead of going one by one, I want to kind of give more of an overview. So take a look at this, but I'm going to summarize this to really help you guys out. So last month, we saw just double the amount of active listings compared to March this year. However, we're still selling almost the exact same number as we did in March. This has resulted in a small available inventory, which we haven't seen since last year. Okay. Now, different factors are impacting these results, including overpriced properties and buyer fatigue. I'm sure you've all felt that if you were searching during the summertime. Now, don't get me wrong, buyer demand is still very high, so we're still seeing majority of sales close at or above the list price. Okay, that's why you see 100% closed price to list price here. But the minority of sales closing below the list price appear to be imperfect properties and overpriced properties, as sellers are still super delusional about summer sales. I do want you to note that the delusion is a result in believing that buyers are not fatigued and these sellers think that they can get $100,000 over the list price when values have already shot up from the summer. So the behavior of the buyer absolutely has to be factored into pricing a home correctly. So, look, your real estate professional really needs to be providing the correct education in order to guide you about today's value for both buyers and sellers. It is just super imperative that you get the right guidance and have somebody who is super up to date with our current market and can provide that information through the data that they see from our real estate association, from NAR, from ABOR, from all of these different sources. So with that said, I do hope that you understand that we're here to help at any time, answer any questions you have. You're more than welcome to reach out. There's never a dumb question in this industry. This is not taught in high school, in upper education, through college, and Google says 1,000 different things. So we get it. So reach out if you do have any questions or you want to learn anything more. All right, till then, see you in about 2 to 3 weeks. Bye.